Freehold or Jim?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is a scene for the Living Word of Darkness Chase living in you. In this scene, Kegoma's going to be heading over to Xander's gym because he just got a weird, kind of nondescript text message. But that's been happening a lot lately. So, um, excuse me, he heads over.
Okay. Um, Getting to the gym. As soon as you walk through the front door, you'll see that Xander's standing there with Tony this time, who is the other guy that's the other receptionist that works there at the gym. And you'll know who Tony is. Tony's a black guy. He's probably about 25 or 26. He's a business major. He's just doing this to pass the time.
Okay. Make ends meet.
And I hope Tony will be like, "Hey,
Hey there.
finally some class up in this joint."
Well, I wouldn't go that far. How's it going, Tommy?
It's going all right. Trying to get the weekend off.
You're looking good. How things?
Stay headed though.
Well, this place doesn't run itself, but how's those classes going?
Actually going well. Dean's List, thank you very much. He holds up his hand and starts bowing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, actually, will start clapping. That's pretty impressive. That's how I had to do it.
Yeah.
All the scholarships. All the scholarships.
Oh, you better believe. You know how much money it costs to go to college here?
But
between you and me. He's like, he leans over the desk like, between you and me. Every waking hour I get when his back is turned, my face is in the book.
Yeah, competition is tough out here, so that's good. That's good. Well, I still have some connections. You might not have heard, but I'm leaving. Go to study McCormick's, but I still have some connections. So when you're done, let me know.
He's like, sweet. Yeah. I didn't tell you good news. My girlfriend's pregnant.
What's that?
I said, I don't think you heard the good news. My girlfriend's pregnant.
Oh, I didn't hear. Oh my God. How far along is she?
2 months.
Oh, okay. Very.
I had to, he looks like I had to make sure the math was right. You know what I'm saying? As he laughs.
See. That's how they were.
I'm just kidding. But don't, I can't say that around her.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
that. They call
it. That would not be advisable.
He's like, actually, he's like, then he's over there in the novelist room, right behind you.
Okay.
Xander's like halfway down the room. You can see him. He's standing there talking to a lady that's on the treadmill.
Okay. Well, keep up the good work.
Hell yeah. If I continue to do this, Xander said that he will give me $500 if I can keep this up. You think I'm going to turn away easy money?
I'm just saying. Well, just have to make sure we hold him to that.
I'm not worried about that. He's like, bitch, better have my money. I ain't worried about that. I recall for this Dean's List.
And we call that a verbal contract.
Hey, there you go.
He goes back and he kind of knocks on the outside frame of the door to get Xander's attention.
I mean, actually, it's a really huge wide door opening. So it's like a really huge room, people walking in and out. But Xander will see you and he'll wave at you. So he'll walk up. Oh, hey.
Hey, how goes it?
Actually, it goes pretty well, actually.
It's good.
Membership is up 10%.
10%? Good Lord.
10%.
It's a weird time of year. It's like, have you been doing anything different marketing-wise?
Well, actually, I have. I have put the word out to a lot of my fellow fighters and offer some really great discount deals, and I already have them coming in.
Smart.
So, that thing that we were discussing a while back about getting my interest in the MMA circuit training. So, I mean, hey, if I can get the clientele now, it just makes that a lot more easier.
That second step a lot
They're
more.
already working out here. Why not?
Yeah.
Pardon?
It just makes that second step a lot more easy and feasible.
Yes, especially when the numbers are there.
Exactly. Oh, what a something. Good job.
Well, hey, he looks at you. I kind of got the idea from the best. Well, he who pretends to be the best while everyone else does his work.
Well, Mama didn't raise no fools.
I mean, I just decided that if I want this to happen, I have to start working in that direction. That way, once it does, once it's ready to happen, it's nothing but a check and a piece of paper to sign.
All the groundwork is there. That's the kind of the testing ground for most businesses in this city. You have to put in the work, and a lot of people are hungry for it. You got to be more hungry.
Yeah, true. I mean, all I had to do was reach out to a couple of friends and let them know what I was wanting to do. And next thing you know, business is up 10%.
Yeah. Sometimes it is about who you know as opposed to what you know. He almost says with a particularly wily smile.
Very, very much true. He's like, come on, let's get out of here. I'm done for the day.
Already?
Yes. No. I have been here since the crack of dawn. I've already done.
I am accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I am no longer working. Talk about bitch, better have my money.
Well, hey. Like I said, business is up 10%. Let's go.
I'll be the judge of that. Let me see those books.
Yeah. Speaking of books, now that you are leaving your illustrious firm, to be honest with you, I have been having second thoughts about finding another accounting firm.
Mm-hmm. Well, like with your idea about hiring extra, growing your business, an accountant is more than someone who does the numbers. You're going to want someone attached to a firm that knows people and are still in that world. If you're really going to be serious about your business ventures in New York, it's going to give you that extra leg up on, the other gyms. You're going to pay some money for it, but you're going to need someone who's actually in that world and not formerly of that world.
Well, yes, and I agree. However, I'm not talking about you. No. We will not having you being comatose anymore. You can do anything else you like. But I'm thinking about getting another accounting firm. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to get your opinion on it. Maybe I am acting in a haste way about it. I mean, it's not like something I'm going to do now or tomorrow, but it is something that I would like to start researching.
Yeah, you definitely want someone that you can trust to be in charge of your account. So I have some contacts I could definitely run by. We can maybe set up some lunches to maybe see if you guys will be a good fit.
While we are making these talks, Xander's heading towards. You guys will be heading towards the elevator. It's like good because I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that staying with that company will be a good fit.
Oh wait, you're thinking of pulling out of McCormick's and Guildenstern?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
I mean, it's up to you. You're the business owner, but I only work there because they're pretty much the best of the best. We'll have to consider like what I'll do a cost benefit analysis of what you're losing and what you could possibly gain by going to another company, and I'll just run it by you in the morning. So um, it's totally up to you. Um, but I just want you to make the decision with all the requisite information.
Oh, yes. I mean, I completely agree. But let's let's not let's not pull tooths here or split hairs here. Let's face it. The only reason why they got my money in the first place was because of you.
I don't know. They might have. I don't know. Um, I would like to think that was the case, but they're very
No,
influential.
trust me, that is the case. No, no,
Okay.
no. They weren't my accounting firm until I met you.
Who did you use before?
You got them my business, huh?
Who did you use before? I'm not sure how anyone makes
Let's
it
not go
without.
there.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, this
Please,
is again.
let's not go
Stop
there.
it.
It was just me throwing money at the place.
Yeah,
So I
I know.
swarmed up.
I know. Here we go talking about money again. My bank
I
account.
know, I
My
know.
bank account.
As right. Oh, well, like, well, you can always get a job at Club Knox and take center stage, I guess. The player says he makes a lot of money.
Over my cold dead body.
As you guys walk into the freehold, he's like, hilarious. You know what? You should bring that up to him just to see the expression on his face.
I should bring what up to
It would
him?
be priceless.
What would be
Stripping at Club Knox.
No.
The look on his face if you tell him that you're interested in stripping at Club Knox. Of
I'm
course,
not
it's a joke,
interested.
but I'm just saying. Wow, that would be the most hilarious. Look on his face would be priceless. Guaranteed. Great joke.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to beg to differ there, but anywho.
Speaking of, as he'll walk over towards the bale fire, it's like, do you want a drink of any sort?
I'm thinking maybe yeah, rum and coke maybe.
You got it. Rum and coke, I got rum all day long. He's pouring it. He's not pouring. He brings you over a drink. He sits down.
He's kind of like just
There's
spinning
one
the
thing I'm not running out of is rum.
he's just spinning the liquid around in a tumbler. That like musical sound is very kind of like refreshing, particularly on a hot New York City's day. Takes a sip from it, the tumbler.
Well, like I said, believe it or not, Valeria showed up here yesterday. I was very shocked and surprised, I should say. Was probably the best way to put it.
Why were you so shocked?
Oh, it's like having the principal show up at your house. you know, I don't think I've ever seen him outside of Crazy or outside of quote unquote work. You know.
Hmm.
So it was very shocking to have him walk through the front doors.
Okay. So, what do you guys discuss? He kind of leans back in the couch, kind of gets comfortable.
So again,
He asks, "What did you two discuss?" While he leans back into the couch to get more comfortable.
um, well, we just Well, first of all, he just wanted to make sure that I was okay. After our sparring session, I don't think I left a very good. But that's another story. As he will look down and take a drink. um, he was just concerned, and we basically spent a while here, just I guess getting to know each other. I guess it was his idea that things would probably be a lot easier if I stopped seeing him as this almighty god type person, and as the true fuck up he is, so to speak.
Come on, last
Believe
second.
in me, I'm paraphrasing here. I am paraphrasing here, but just saying. um, yeah.
We all we're all human ish.
Right. Ish. Um, uh, to put it plainly, we were sparring, and he said some things that I don't know, just really kind of played with my head, and I kind of lost my temper.
Okay.
Um,
Anything you want to talk about?
well, I don't know. I guess at some point guess I started looking at Valeris as more of a mentor type. I guess. I mean, I guess that's the role he's supposed to be playing. I guess.
Right.
But it's just that while we were sparring, well, Valerius, um, he has to talk shit while he whoops your ass. I don't know, and I guess I sort of started having flashbacks there, and I just started hearing my dad's voice, and it didn't get any prettier from there. Let's just say.
We all
Um,
we all have our buttons, and
yeah.
I think it's important. We all have our buttons, and I think it's important for him to know yours. So maybe he could kind of coach you through some things.
I understand that. It was just that you know, it's been what 7, 8 years since I've lost my temper like that.
He kind of leaning forwards, and he kind of motions with his head for you to come over and sit next to him.
He does. Um, um,
Hey,
you know,
go on.
I wanted to wrap my hands around his neck, and I paid for it dearly. But it did snap me back to reality. So, I
That's
apologize to him profusely for that.
that's a special kind of anger.
Yeah. Well, all he just kept saying, hit me, while he soundly thrashed me. And I could just hear my dad
Right.
just, just, punching me and just telling. I lost it.
Yeah.
The last time I saw my dad, I actually went off on him. I broke his arm and 3 of his ribs, and that was the last time I saw him alive.
Yeah. It's called a trigger. We all have them.
True. But yeah, hopefully, I will make sure that there is no repeat performances behind that.
I don't think we have to put on the show, but if it's something that you really need help dealing with, then I can I can do that for you. I think this might not be
Pardon?
since you had such a angry reaction to it. It might not be something that we just want to brush off and move beyond. It might be something we want to spend some time on and think on why we had that reaction and what it came from and what was surrounding it. So that you can actually like clean this wound out and let it heal properly.
True.
But I'm going to need for you to give me guidance on this because I am not going to push the issue.
No, I mean, you're right. I can't afford for this to happen again by any stretch of the imagination.
No, we can afford a lot. You're still very young, but um, don't feel like you have to be someone other than yourself. This is something that's bothering you. If I had something that bothered me to such an extreme, I know you will be there for me to try and help me through it. So give yourself the same consideration.
Yes, as he will take a drink. I will definitely keep that in the forefront of my mind.
Well, I guess that's the best that I can ask for then.
I mean, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I want your help? I mean, after all, other than the kids that I mentor, I mean, no one like really knows all of that. I mean, it's great helping the kids with their problems, but I never really thought I had much of a problem until the other night, until the other day.
That's how those things
I
tend to
thought
work.
I was dealing with it really well.
Yeah. It's kind of how those things happen. We bury them down and they're kind of like a volcano. We think it's dormant, but there's all these like undercurrents of turmoil and psychic energy that's going to eventually erupt. So,
Yeah. No, it erupted all right. It erupted in blood. Mine.
there could have been worse places and worse people it could have erupted on, that's for sure. So, um, that's a blessing, I would think.
Yeah, it is a blessing all unto itself. As he takes another sip of his drink. Um, you can tell he's like stammering over the rest of his words right about now. It's like,
Like,
that isn't the only thing we spoke about.
okay. Well, we're talking and we agreed to be open, correct?
Yes.
Free and open paths of communication. He raises his glass and a toast.
Ah, sure, he raises his glass also.
So, no nervousness, no nervousness with
Um,
it.
you know what? I don't think it's really, well, yeah, it is nerves. I'm sorry. You know what? I was trying to put it, not, no, no, it's nerves. It is definitely nerves. I was thinking of this because this is, okay, I am just going to think. We also talked about you and myself. Um, Mr. Valerius and all his amazing ways of finding out information. um, he knows. I don't think Eve told him, but he knows.
It's been a pretty shit secret, so
See,
I don't think that's
anyway,
really.
I digress.
Yeah.
um, he expressed his concerns. Um,
Express,
and
express.
I,
Express his concerns.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true she. I like this.
He expressed his concerns. Yes, he did. Um, and and in thinking about everything that he said, I at this point am going to have to dismiss his concerns and ask you yours.
Okay. So let's talk about what his concerns were first. Right? Sounds like a good place to start.
Okay.
He is your
Um.
he is your mentor. Um,
Yes, and his concerns were it was more towards your political aspirations for the future and how our relationship will be seen and things
sweetie,
of that nature.
sweetie, I am born from what is called a commoner gift. So let's get the elephant out of the room. There are unique members of the Fiona house that don't consider that an
Hmm.
issue. Um, but the she nobility as a whole definitely considers it an issue. So it's not something that I have been blind towards. Um, but he told me the same thing quite some time ago, and then quite recently, it's a thing. Um,
Sure.
but um, yeah, but one of the things that she don't really understand is what happened in all those years when they left. There's a whole history, a heritage of like perseverance and striving through struggle that is kind of unspoken when you think of what the she are, what the commoner gifts are. He says in air quotes, um, struggle and perseverance is kind of like what makes us powerful. Um, so that doesn't make me afraid. Um, and I'm not just a person who has political aspirations. I mean, I'm in some ways human. I'm in some ways fey. I'm a changeling. I'm both of those things. Um, and I realized I have to nurture my whole soul and not just pieces of it. Does that kind of address that concern?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Kagoma. Listen, um, I said those were his concerns. They are not mine.
Right. But we have to realize a mentor is like the steady hand of a captain steering a ship through a storm. Um, you can disregard the advice of your mentor. That's not a problem because ultimately it is your life to live. But you don't give yourself, you don't do yourself any favors if you don't consider before you disregard those words the effects and consequences. Um, Valerius is above all still a pretty honorable man. So um, he probably came here because, as a friend, he thought he needed to say something. Um, he probably didn't feel comfortable saying it in Kresny, where he's like this Baron, and a Fiona, where he should be like very like supportive of such relationships. So it might even have felt as if to him that he was speaking out of turn. So we have to cherish that advice, even if we disregard it. Oh, sorry. DJ just dropped out. Crap. He's going to have missed all the stuff that I just said. So I'm going to have to probably re say all of that. Sorry. But this sometimes happens when DJ and I are role playing. So um, it often gives me a short period of time to like gather my thoughts, remember to articulate my words more clearly. So I'm just going to mute my cam. I'm sorry, yeah, mute my mic, and wait for DJ to return. Typically returns in about 2 to 5 minutes. So if you want to jump ahead 5 minutes, this is what we kind of refer to as like our scene intermission. So um, get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, went to the kitchen, sandwich, soda, you know the routine if you watched these scenes before. I'm just going to mute my mic here though and wait for DJ's return.
I'm sorry, that was a pause for dramatic effect. Are you still there? You still there? Obi? Obi? Hello?
Hey, you're back?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm here. Hello? Yeah, that was, I'm sorry, that was a pause for dramatic effect.
Okay.
Like, like, you know, when I saw you laying there and
Wait,
I,
hold up. Hold up. So I tell people to like jump ahead like 2 to 5 minutes or something like that. Um, but yeah, we're back. So we're gonna go back in scene. Last we left our group, Kagoma was telling Xander that if they're going to disregard Valeria's advice, they should at least consider it because that comes from a good place. And, he's just trying to keep us aware of things that we might not be seeing and stuff like that. And we're just going to jump back into it. What were you saying, DJ?
um, it's like, when I saw you lying there, I completely and utterly lost it. And I don't know, the thought of losing you was just.
Come on, will kind of like put his drink. He'll put his drink down and he'll kind of find your hands and he'll kind of lean forward where you guys are sitting on the couch there with your hands and his. It's like that was scary for me too. Although I did not know it in the moment, in hindsight, it was a big deal. And I realized that this brief window that I have into this world of splendor could close quite quickly if I'm not more careful. Um, I'm really sorry to have frightened you. Um, I kind of spoke with Valerius too about this, and it was definitely something I should have foreseen. Um, it's not a place for Well, it's a place for only those most special um, ones of our kind. Um, it'd be difficult, almost impossible to resist that level of oppressive logic.
He's like, come with me. I have something I want to show you.
Okay.
And he will take you to the roof of the keep. And upon entering the roof, you notice something that you hadn't seen before in the valley. There's a huge waterfall just to the left of the valley area.
And that's pretty damn cool.
Now, this is what happened when I thought about losing you.
A waterfall?
He's like, yeah. Um, I don't know. I cried and the land cried.
Hmm. Wow. Well,
I don't want to do this without you.
Kagoma kind of thinks back on what Valeria said, and it's like, yeah, he definitely is falling hard. Um, but he looks at Xander. He's like, Xander, you did very well. Um, you knew almost instinctively what to do. Um, and I owe you a debt because of that.
You do not.
I do. You understand what I am. And Seely always, I can't say it with a straight face. I'm not a Lannister, but Seely do honor their debts.
Well, then I will file that one away for a rainy day.
Don't wait too long.
Oh, dreams all the time in my world. Have you not noticed? He's like, I need another drink.
He follows behind Xander. So what else did you two discuss?
Um, we discussed the fact that he's 75 years old. We discussed the fact that he believes himself to be a very vain creature and loves to shake his ass.
Okay.
And we also discussed him shaking his ass on the night of him losing the Regency.
Right.
I would like to think that I have strong understanding, or a stronger understanding of Valerius, but he also seems to be the type that will flip the script at a whim. So,
That's true.
as, as Xander will walk to the bar to pour another drink. Would you like another?
Hmm. Sure.
He will pour you another drink. So, you know what? I feel a whole lot better.
Good. I see what open communication does.
Yeah? Oh, I see what it does already. It makes you drink. It makes you drink as he takes a sip of his drink.
Well, I should hope that we would have had a similar conversation where alcohol not available.
Well, considering that this is just a teaser drink and there's not much alcohol in it because I just like the taste, I'm not trying to get drunk.
Cool.
But if you feel that you are getting a little bit tipsy, feel free to not drink. It's okay. Like, this was just enough to get my gums flapping.
So, what do you think of Valeris's words? Do you think you two are limiting yourself and your possible potential in the kingdom?
Pardon?
You. Do you think that you too, similar to his concerns about me and my political aspirations, do you feel or have you considered if you too would be limiting yourself?
Well, considering at this point, I do not have any political aspirations, and understanding that because I am House Liam, lots of doors will not be very readily open to myself. But he's like, Gomo, you've known me for a while now.
I have.
Do you, do you really think I give a damn?
Well,
And I
what I
know, and I said the same thing to Valerius, and he cautioned me that I may not now, but in the future, I possibly will, and that more or less I should not burn the place down before entering. Um, and if I decide that I wanted some political aspirations, that would be the time for me to consider my standing in the faith community. But right now,
okay.
I am
before
intent.
before you finish that thought,
Go ahead.
um, because it's something that I consider as well. This is not. This is definitely minimizing um, things, but it's a lot easier to consider the ramifications through this exercise in minimalization. So consider it more as if you were 18, 16, 18, somewhere in there, and you were
Hmm.
getting it, and you were getting a tattoo. So at that time, yes, the world's wide open. There's so many possibilities. You're not aware of the doors that will close to you, and there's not many doors open to you because of your house.
Okay,
So
I can
um,
understand that.
I would prefer. It would make more sense to me, considering that I'm a very practical person, at least in my book. Um,
Very, very.
think about it. This is not a place for a flippant decision, um, because now it can be considered in our community as merely a tryst. But if it's something that we both would like to pursue, we had best, better, damn well be sure that is something that we both wish to pursue.
He Xander like looks at you, giving you like a weird eye, so to speak, as he puts his drink down. Like, okay, now it is going to be clear to see that you are going to always be the logical one, and that's okay because logic is always a great thing. But even though I appear to be a she, I am still me. And he like looks at you, it's like, I would like for you to just grasp this concept for 1 minute. I need you to put your logic on the table for 1 minute and just grasp this concept. What if you were to die tomorrow, then where are your aspirations? Then where is that logic? How would you have lived your life? It's like, on many occasions, I have listened to Valerius call me a child. And I just swallow it because he's right. In this world, I am but a child. Now that I know he's 75 years old, but in the Fey world, I am but a child. Nearly 2 months. But
Sorry. I'm sorry, what's that you were cutting out?
I, he calls me a child, but I swallow it. I've been in this Fey existence for a mere 2 or 3 months. But I am 24 years old, and I know what love is, and I will not forsake it for the aspirations of something that may never be able to attain anyway. But if I can obtain love, then I don't care if I can obtain anything else, because my life would have been well worth living. Today, tomorrow, 2 years from now, 50 years from now.
Not to say that have been, well, he had been very selective up until now of using the L word, but the elephant's in the room now.
Yes, it is. It's like, you just look at your face, it's like, I am not expecting for you for you to say it. I mean, I am not. However, I can only tell you how I feel. And if this is what it is, then why should I be scared of anything else? I've done the hard part. I found it. Anything else I find in this life will simply be icing on the cake.
Well, I think it's important that we both go into this with our eyes open, right? There's been some kind of confusion, he says, narrowing his eyes as he looks at that, on what it is that we were actually doing here. And before you mentioned you wanted something more casual, um, if we don't want something more casual, we do have to take into consideration that I am cursed by virtue of being part of this house. How that curse will manifest, I do not know. But losing me could, or conversely, me losing you can be a very real fact that we're both signing ourselves up for because of it. Not saying that it isn't worth the fight. It isn't worth like experiencing this kind of purity of emotion. But we have sidestepped that conversation before.
Sure. But um, but don't people take that chance every day when they choose to fall for someone? They take that chance, the risk every day. Just because we are changelings does not make it does not change the fact that everyone takes this chance. It just has to be a chance you're willing to take. Because this curse can enact today, it can enact tomorrow, it can enact 50 years from now. What's a life worth living if you're going to live it in fear of this curse? Kegoma, you accepted this house after you had lost your previous love.
That's true.
You lost him, and it wasn't due to a curse. It it was due to something that happened. But Just because he was gone, you didn't stop loving him. And I know that you will always love him because that's what love is. So why be scared of it? You know what it is. Why be scared of it?
I think you misunderstand. I'm not afraid of love by any stretch of
No,
the
afraid
imagination.
of the curse. Of the curse is what I'm
Um,
saying. Afraid of love of the curse.
I'm not so much afraid of the curse either. It's like being afraid of the dark. It's a part of the way the world works, at least for me. Um, but there's kind of a reduction to the absurd. We still have to be practical and consider that the effects. This is why I'm so concerned, Xander. Sometimes you can minimize things without thinking about them first. I just want to be sure that you've thought this through. Tell me you'll think this through.
Okay. If it gives you a peace of mind, I will tell you I will think this through. But have you not considered that I've been thinking about this since that day? I have thought it through. And I know the price of falling in love is very high, especially when you're faced with the chance of losing someone. And then yeah, however, I'm not scared of what tomorrow holds. What will happen will happen. And I really don't want to see for you to think that I am minimizing this because it is a scary thought. Losing you again, it is a scary thought. Walking away now is an even scarier thought. So all I can say is that I am seeing that everything that we do bears risk. Going on hunts, taking all of these missions, everything we do bears risk. But I think this time the reward outweighs the risk.
When I sent you that text the other day, I wasn't blowing smoke. I'm really am proud of the person, well, the thing that you're becoming. I think you feel as if you're the same person, but you're definitely someone new. Um, and coming from an issue, seeing a lot of people, um, new is good. Not a lot of people resonate so thoroughly with those simple truths. Um, because as you get older, life becomes more complicated, and I am a grump, so that complication of life rests heavily on my shoulders. But the
Don't worry, we'll
idea,
keep you young.
the idea that it takes a young heart to take the leap that love requires from it is kind of feels like it's heresy created from flights of imagination and air, fancy. I feel like I have taken those steps, and as a Fiona, um, love is something that gives us great great power, but it also has a tremendous sway over our emotions. So there's stuff that we have to be logical about, um, even though, well, particularly because we live in a world of such fancy and imagination and magic. You, we have to keep our communication with each other honest. I feel as if we can't speak with each other, if we don't feel as if we can't be bluntly, painfully honest, this is not going to be something that either of us is going to be able to pull off.
And I will agree. I will agree.
So we agreed. Honesty is the best policy. Rule one.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Well, you said before that you felt like you had a bit of a weight off your shoulders. Is that still the case?
Well, the weight, the well now, you know what? The bulk of the weight is off my shoulders, and the weight is still there. Is something that I can bear. It's okay. He looks at you and he like takes your hand. He's like, "It's okay, Kagoma. It's okay because you can be afraid of the dark all you want. I'll be your nightlight."
He kind of just smiles. A very small smile kind of tugs at the corner of his mouth at that, and he kind of nods. And I think we'll end the scene there. Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
anything further?
Nope. That was a nice ending right there.
Okay, cool. Thanks everybody for watching. Who made it this far? Hope you guys have a great one. Take care.